Hi everybody, welcome to Something More Than Gibberish Goodbye 2024 show, the Christmas show. Today it's going to be a bit different to normal. Normally we um, feature a guest for the show. Today I'm going to bring people up who featured guests and people who are regularly in the room, come up, share a piece, reflect on the year that has been. What do you aim for 2025? What do you hope it to be? And just have a bit of fun and laughter. So today we won't be having a featured guest. It'll be anybody and everybody. It's going to be Geneva. Very good to see you. So yeah, feel free to put in a request to come up, share a piece, reflect on the year that has been, and see where we end up. To kick the ball rolling, I'm going to read a piece by a good friend of mine, Tom DeSaro. He's from Port Charlotte in Florida. He's just released his fourth book. I've got the first three, and I've got to say they're all hefty books, about 450 pages, and all packed with amazing poetry. So if you're looking for that birthday present to yourself and you're into poetry, look up one of his first three books, or start with his fourth book, the new one. Highly recommend them, folks. Highly recommend them. This piece is titled Joy. She drifted off to sleep. Sorry, I'm going to start that again. Hey, Lene. Chuck, I know you've got to go to work, Lene, so if you want to chuck in a request, I can bring you up straight away. So, Joy by Tom DeSaro. She drifted off to peaceful sleep while I was waiting for the dawn, struggling for elusive breaths until those breaths were finally gone. Precious air, like thoughts, surround us, searching for those perfect words, the ones that precisely describe a scene, to set the stage for tragedy, or articulating magnificent love. Words that forever change the meaning of a moment, from a love that lasts forever to a love that's gone forever. Last to gone, gone to last. Future present becomes past. To rainbows ends of gods above. So much for forever love. Slipped away so quietly while I was waiting for a sign. The miracle of tender words to bring the room to life again. Raise your shallow breaths to overflowing, to speak to your lungs like air. But there were no words left to give, to show me just how much you cared, that you were even there, watching her, watching us. Only sounds that spoke of departing, partial sounds so difficult to fathom, tearing at my heart as I listened, speaking a language all her own, that only I understood in the moment, in syllables and fragments, creating the context of a word or words. Words like lover, heartbreak, missing. Words like don't leave, don't die, goodbye, kissing. Blessed words to save a life, friend, forever, mother, wife. The subtlety of death looking through a paper towel tube, We see a small world conforms to our view of life. Just like clay is crafted, our world or everything that was, moulding into shapes into a vase, or maybe some sacred vessel to hold your ashes, like the temple for your soul. Creating a shrine in a corner of the living room, maybe an electric candle on a timer, maybe a real flame, a constant reminder of Christmas and of you. She drifted off to peaceful sleep. I'm holding her limp hand, moist and motionless, thin fingers lilting over mine, fractured breath drawing in and out, like words without form, sucking in the surrounding space of my pain, pulling in angels from the air outside of my sorrow, trying as best I can to comfort you on your journey into unknown realms. As hours pass slowly into lifetimes, minutes into disparity, seconds into hopelessness, as time conforms to sorrow and longing takes on vast dimensions, far beyond this little house, this tiny place, this sacred bed we used to share, drifting towards Christmas Day, close enough, but not quite there. Time of death, 11:41. No longer a time of joy, as this day unfolds into a day of haunting. This fleeting hour of a Saviour's birth, making the time of your departing. A calendar date burned in my mind, a Christmas card written out to your memory, to share in this space of what is considered a holiday. No stars above to guide us home, to mark your dying as a birth, to let the nations know your name, who you are, who you were, to community, to me, who you were in spirit, in flesh and bone. No solemn shepherds counting sheep or saving souls, watching over pastures of plenty, finding rest by still waters, walking through the shadowed valley. No wise men in service of kings or fools, bringing gifts as a testament to the glory of your name, showering praise on heavenly children, just angels waiting, waiting in the wings of time to take you home, another home, the definition of a life in transition, in passing, presented in a word, leaving this house, this home, this bed and my side, stepping into a future that is yours, not for me to know, a future of two hearts that for now was never meant to be, never was to be, on this solemn day of consumer elation, testifying as I write this epitaph to sadness and remembrance, to my best friend, my sweet love, my wife. That was by Tom DeSantis. I've got his first three books. Be getting his fourth book for sure. Each one is jam-packed with amazing pieces, as you could just see. So that one was hard to keep my composure as I was trying to read that one. I'm bringing up Lene. Monroe. So, folks, as I was saying, Tom DeSaro, do yourself a favor. If you that last minute gift you and grab it. It's any of his books, but the fourth one, I saw the cover of it. I'm dying to look at the contents, so I've got to lay my hands on that. Okay, let's try Lene again.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. Yep.
Awesome, awesome. I was hearing like the echo from like before. I don't know. It was weird. It was like watching you on two, or listening to you on two screens. I was like, wait, hold on.
So you got time off over Christmas, or?
um, I have New Year's Eve off and Christmas off. I have New Year's and Christmas off on one job and Christmas off on the other one.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah, so I'm sleeping in.
Why not? Yeah. The kids looking forward to it.
They are. They're going to be with their father, but when they get back, they're going to have like basically two Christmases. So it's going to be great
Awesome,
for them.
awesome, awesome. So, to the folks in the room, Lene was one of our features through the year, and which is a great show. If you haven't seen that, do go look it up. And besides that, Lene has been a friend that I met on Instagram here through the poetry community quite a while back now, right? Getting in a couple of years, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah. And what have you got planned for the year ahead, Lene? Any big things that we can expect from you?
Traveling, um, traveling and basically elevating. Honestly, I living my purpose to the full capacity.
That is so good. That is awesome. And knowing you, I wouldn't expect any different.
Oh, thank you, lovely.
The You want to share some pieces, some work? And
I
before you go, I appreciate you coming on too. I know you got work as well, so really appreciate you coming on there.
oh, no problem, no problem. I couldn't say no to run here. I was like, oh yeah, I'm there. I do have two new pieces that I haven't really done. I haven't been online for a good while now. And I have two new pieces.
Oh,
Uh, the first one I don't have a title for just yet, but here we go. All my life I had to write to keep these bars from sitting in that jail and boxing up my life. I don't live for the strife, but God has been trying to tell me something by always putting poetry in my life. Because even sinners have souls, so look deep into mine. Come on, touch me in the inside. See how it shines, so fine. It took time to find my dictionary. Within each graduation of my elevation, I was bringing verbal apothecaries. My confidence confided in me confidently, singing, Sister, you've been on my mind. Sister, keep writing your life. See, all these hating harpos can't hit me no more. I've closed the access and sealed all unlocked doors, so no, I don't feel buried. I've been raising up melanin blessings like the Underground Railroad, like my name is Harriet. Don't dare me. Let me spare thee and say this clearly. I will not be condemned by your personal, mental, generational insanity. I have burned bridges and kept them as rebels for trinkets. I have parted troubled waters and sunk ghost ships and singed lying lips. I am a mystic, a bohemian hippie. I can have you tongue-tied with love eyes, wishing you could never forget me. I am punctual with my powers, with the potency of flowers from the Garden of Eden. I am the Makidada of the universe, birthed from the tears of Mother Nature's womb. Crossing me is like nailing your spiritual tomb. Hands up to pray before you seal your doom.
wow. That Number one, that really suited the cadence or the cadence suited the poem as well. But I think it's a mix of two, right? Even the words, the lines were really suited your cadence for your delivery too, Lene. What a powerful piece.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm still working on that one.
Hey, it's it's great the way it is. So anything else you do will only make it better.
Thank you so much. And this second
Very,
one, I don't
it's very
say it
empowering.
again.
Very
Um,
empowering piece.
Thank you. I was definitely going through a point where I just felt, well, we all go through these points of where you just feel like you got to scream out your name to the universe and let people know it can be said the right way. It can be heard correctly. And you really got to let people know who you are, without beating them up or without making it, negative or just rude. But you got to sometimes really let people know who you are because
Correct.
people will forget real quick.
Yes, it's a fine line between a false sense of ego and really screaming
Hmm.
out, you, making yourself available in a justifiable way. You
Yeah.
know, giving credit to the good things that you do without that self gratification or that self infatuation. It's a really fine line, isn't it?
It is. Definitely is. And I wanted to make sure um, I stood my ground in this poem, but I also um, showed a little bit love in there too. Like, look, I'm a sweet person, but just don't cross me. So
Yes, yes, yes. Absolutely love it. And
thank
it's a piece that I
you.
actually needed to hear right now too.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad it resonated, or I'm glad it had a purpose with you. Thank you. Um, so this second one, no title. Oh no, it's called Troubled Waters. I've been setting ships aflame before they even meet my shores. Sure, I would love to contact. I would love contact, but that is what my fear and doubts are for, extracting all your ill intentions from you like a whirlwind before you can even set aim to your course, to my corpse, storing them into my treasure chest like an actual valuable prize remains. Nothing but black stains, tar, and intrusive boomerangs. Don't mind my leaking chest, it's where my heart would have stayed, but I carried her to the sea and drowned her to sustain afloat. You can't demote the captain. I'm the only one on this boat. Ooh.
Mm. Jack, you must have been reading my mind as I slept last night, Lene. Both pieces. Um, I've always, I've always been a lone rider. You know, I spent 10 years riding this vast continent I live in just on a motorbike. I didn't want anybody to ride with me. I rode on my own, and that, yeah, that lone boat. The captain of my own boat, the only passenger, the only crewman. You must have been,
Right.
you must be tapping into me in the astral plane, sister, because that first piece, as I said, one of my things for the new year. I've always been there for everybody else and lived for others, like even my kids and things like that, friends. And I've always put myself last. And the latter part of this year and my in preparation for next year was to remove all unnecessary baggage from my life. That's physical things, family, friends, work associates, colleagues, anything, any deadwood that doesn't serve me for my best interest. I'm trying because I was giving all these my time to these people and things and events and so forth. And it was taking away time that I should be giving myself and to people who really do appreciate the time I give them. You know, so your first piece and even that second piece, sometimes I do need reminding that there's billions of other people in this world. You're not alone, you know, whereas I've always been that lone wolf I
Right.
live alone.
Right.
I live
Right.
alone and I enjoy it. And sometimes I get selfish with my time. Even sometimes I think I should be driving 20 minutes down the road and hanging out with my son or with my sister or friends or something. I just seem to be just me. I'm just, yeah, and I need to let people in sometimes. So,
Yeah, I definitely agree. Like I've been to the you're welcome. I've been to the point where I'm just like I rather I it's not that I just rather be alone, and sometimes it just feels safer. So I don't have to worry about certain entities, certain changes, certain problems. I know myself, and
yeah,
that's what I can be accountable for. But you can't sit there and people try to manipulate that or try to change that because they know you're by yourself or she's by her, or they'll try to take it, they'll really try to take advantage of it or try to degrade
yeah,
that because they know you're by yourself.
yeah,
So you can't do nothing to me that I don't allow.
yeah,
You can't.
yeah. And that's very important, right? And we owe it to ourselves. And that's part of growth as well. Taking ownership uh, of creating our happy space.
Exactly, exactly, and that's what I want to put more energy into because when, like for example, when y'all first met me on here, that's where I was in my happy space. I was very, very well in my happy space, pouring into that, which was where the overflow came from. But after being somebody that was just like, oh, I can give you my overflow and my energy for
Mm.
so many situations, it drained me. So I have to. It got calcified. My energy got calcified. So I have to basically repenetrate my energy, and then just love myself back to where I was, and even
Yeah,
higher and more elevated because I've grown from that point.
yeah, yeah. So glad to hear that, Lene. My friend, I wish you all the very best for 2025. And I know you're working most of the festive season, but try to take some time for yourself. At least you can have a belated one when the kids come back home. It's all about the
Yes,
kids.
sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. You have a wonderful holiday and a wonderful night. I will see you when I see you.
Sister, you're most welcome anytime on the show. And as I said, you were talking about another book happening as well. So, as those things
Yeah,
are
we
happening,
working on it.
we'll have you back on the show again.
Alrighty, thank you so much, lovely. I'll definitely let you know soon when that's happening. And peace and blessings and love, peace, love, live, laugh,
And
love, and heal, everyone.
and extend my wishes to Slow Mo as well. Wish her all the best over the festive season and the year ahead.
I definitely will. I meant to tell you, she said hi. I got caught up in the poem, but yeah, she did say hi. But I definitely will let her know.
Beautiful. See you, Lene.
All right. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
So, folks, as I said this week, we're not featuring anybody. It's people that we've featured before, people regulars in the room, so forth. Feel free to chuck in a request to come up and reflect on the year that's been, what's happening. Hey, Tanika, glad you could make it. As I was saying, yeah, put in a request, come up, reflect on the year that's been, share a piece, talk about what's planned for the year ahead. Just ad hoc show that's just to farewell the year that has been. The queue's empty, so feel free to, Fran, you're in the room as well. Feel free to put in any request to come up and chew the fat, share some poetry. Okay, as usual, Instagram played up, or my phone, one of the two, and I lost the audio on part one. So it'll be posted in two pieces. I've already shared part one. So as I was saying, folks, this week I don't have a featured guest. It's just opening up the mic queue to come up and share a piece or two, talk about the year that has been, what you got planned for the year ahead, and any DMs sent through I will also read. So yeah, feel free to send through any pieces or put in a request to come in. So the idea of this last show for the year on Something More Than Gibberish is to just spend time with featured guests who can make the room, the regular guests that come and support our guests each week, have you up, share some poetry, and just have a chin wag. I hope to all the listeners out there that you've got some joyous events planned for the festivities, especially if you got young kids. But whatever you do, stay safe and stay blessed as you enjoy the festive season and plan for the year ahead. Hope the year that has been good to you, or that you've made the best of it. Not always possible, but hopefully you did. Just remember you got it within you to overcome any hurdle that life can pose. We're strong as people, as humans, as the divine light walking, masquerading in a earthly body. You have got the strength. Believe in yourself. In part one, before I lost audio, I was reading a piece by Fran Donnelly, but I lost the audio. So I'll give her a few minutes to try to get into the room and read her piece again. She is an amazing poetess, writes from a dark place, but they're heartfelt. They reach deep within the soul. Let's see if I can get this through to Fran, because I love to read her piece when she's in the room. KB Poetry sent me a piece as well. This one's by Keith Burton. His handle is KB Poetry Motion, all one word. And this piece is titled Free Force. Setting sail, all aboard. Running a tight ship. Loyalty ensured. All hands on deck. There's no need to check. Miscommunication. Always correct. Feeling raw. No cause for concern. Rest assured. Gee, so much to learn. Millions to earn. Why such force? Distrusted, disrupting, disrespected, all of a sudden humiliated. Disgusting. Like a prisoner of war in Siberia, Russia. Put through the ringer, violated. Coldly so crushing. Loss of control. Inconsolable. violated and vulnerable, brutally ignored, complete discord, intimidated for sure, isolation, bending the law, positive discrimination, guilty by association, threatening much more, unreasonable force, 4 long years, house rules ignored, in-house degradation, insecurity, character assassination, mind fuckery, crack up, procrastination, demoralized, demonized, hostile receptions, no reciprocation, questions unanswered, such frustration, displeasing, paranoia, heartbreaking, authoritarian, no delegation, indecisive, reaching decisions, sailing way of course, with military precision, karma, divine intervention, fearing rejection, solo, a higher power on tour, back on the streets, God's very own, force majeure, declares all-out war. That's by Keith Burton, or KB Poetry, as is known. I'm assuming the audio is coming through. I'm going to read this piece by Fran Donnelly. I often forget the simplistic things, the peaceful solitude of sitting on my stoop, smoking and watching a quiet sunset. The only sound is the gentle rustling of trees. As my blue smoke rises upwards, then dissipates, I wonder where it will travel on the golden wind. And the scarce birds that dance between the clouds, I wonder how far they came. Where are they going? What it must be to have that kind of freedom. It was a fleeting moment, but it was beautiful. And I needed that, to forget the ugly that lay beyond. Indifferent sunsets, natural elements, moments of quiet reflection, simplicity, and I'll forget about the bad. That's by Fran Donnelly. Underscore Scott's Gypsy Witch. I'll read another piece by Fran. You either run from your pain or let it burn into your heart, to leave its mark, a constant reminder of what it takes to stay alive. There are lessons to be found here, but mostly I do this so that some might know me, understand me. Lately, as I write, I realize why. This is the only way I can be completely open. The pen and paper has no judgment. It simply receives my truth and allows me to turn the page. And today, this is my truth. I am terrified a great deal of the time, afraid of what I've done, of what I'm doing, and what I may yet have to do. It's not a crippling fear. In fact, it's the opposite. I thrive on it. I crave it. I need that rush of terror to get me out of bed in the morning. I have tremendous remorse for both planned and spontaneous acts. But I think what brings me the most sorrow is that I have learned to somehow justify sad acts. Some needs, some reason that allows me this karmic lubrication to stow my guilt inside. A savage compartment I've become, the one I hated. In turn, my own self-hatred has become so palpable that I'd sooner shatter the glass and gouge myself with pieces of broken reflection. Now only doubt and fraudulence bang so loudly in my head. Most times I can't hear anything else. All I want from this life are lost in the dim. That's Fran Donnelly, folks. _ Scott's Gypsy Witch. Well, since it's so quiet, I am going to end the show. I wish you all a safe and enjoyable festive season. Stay safe and blessed. Have fun. Forget about all the tragedies and traumas of the year. Just enjoy these last few days of what's left in 2024. Take a moment to reflect on what you would like 2025 to be. Hi Ash, Kimberly. I said this week we're not featuring a... is the audio coming through? Kimberly or Ash, is the audio coming through okay? Hi, how are you? Hi Ash, can you guys hear me okay? Because the audio has been playing up, I had to end the first part. Okay, awesome. As I was saying, this week we're not featuring a particular guest. It's just an open mic for people who want to come up or send any pieces to be read. Love for you to come up and share a piece, reflect on the year that has been. What do you got planned for the year ahead? What would you like? What shape would you like 2025 to take? So feel free to put in a request if you'd like to come up. I'll just see what other... I'll read another piece by Fran Donnelly or _ Scott's Gypsy Witch. This one's titled The Shadows. I see myself standing all alone. That beautiful room attached like my shadow. At dusk, sewn in so tightly. Like walking on a dream, filled with bad blood. Things we said today makes me feel I have lost the right to grieve. Calm the waves doesn't tame the pain. Only sleeping monsters that with time turn into shadow executioners, wielding axes and dull blades, all of which bear my name. I pray someone will see me and wake me from this dream, but life becomes a nightmare, no matter how loud I scream. But the scream that drives me never seems to surface. Please, can anybody hear me? It's by Fran Donnelly _ Scots Gypsy Witch. All right, with that, I bid you farewell. Stay safe, stay blessed, and all the best for 2025.